hip hop na to, 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 hip hop na to.
Music entertainment. Let's go.
Pinakamalakas sa pinakamataas, sa pinakamalakas sa pinakamataas na alyansa.
Jambongga sa Kinse, Trenta.
Yo, we got Baby Reese and you kinda loud with Pinoy Hiphoppaz.
Jambongga,
Halika na makinig,
Jambongga,
lahat ng mapakinig.
halika na makinig sa bagong kombinasyon ng mga hip-hop sa Pinas na kaya ang istasyon. Jambongga,
Halika na makinig,
Jambongga,
lahat ng mapakinig.
halika na makinig sa bagong kombinasyon ng mga hip-hop sa Pinas na kaya ang istasyon.
Yo,
Kami ang Pasig Rapstar at nakikinig sa DZME, Jambongga sa Kinse, Trenta with Pinoy Hiphoppaz. Jambongga,
halika na makinig,
Jambongga,
lahat ng mapakinig.
Jambongga sa Kinse, Trenta with Pinoy Hiphoppaz.
Don't ever cross me. And don't try to stare me down like you're doing now. I'm not sick or old. And you're not half the man I am.
I was raised around women in court since 85. As God as my witness, I never testify. Cause bros don't snitch, your real killers don't talk. Do my dirt about my lonely, I'm my own boss. To sum it all up, I have more than enough. Straight up handling kings, that's money and guns. So if I die today or next week, best believe family, I'ma make ends meet. My father figured it was a responsibility to keep responding willingly to my mom so simply. Court case for child support made me see the greed, cause money is the root of the evil people industry. Sprouted from a little seed, grew into a bigger scheme, making sounds, breaking ground. How y'all digging me? You ever heard of a liquid dream like bird methamphetamine or work in the Philippines? I never struggled to survive, I hustled all my life like my mother all the time. No trouble, you could find me on the double every night with a couple in my pipe. Soap bubbles made it shine, so subtle with my lies. It was huddled in my mind, a quarterback, got a quarter sack, jumping in the line. Touch down with something, I got nothing from my crime. Somehow I went from nothing into something with my rhymes. I was raised around women in court since 85. As God as my witness, I never testify. Cause bros don't snitch, your real killers don't talk. Do my dirt about my lonely, I'm my own boss. To sum it all up, I have more than enough. Straight up handling kings, that's money and guns. So if I die today or next week, best believe family, I'ma make ends meet. My mother's nature used to hurt my environment, but now I live in luxury, early retirement, keeping it PI. Word to my life of sin, God save me. Never swerved off a pint of gin, splurged off different turfs, serving in the white and then burned every night with friends, perks with my vitamins. You ever heard of entitlement? I learned how to fight to win and earned every right of it. I got a daughter on the way, plus loves my wife. That's a promise that I made with some help for myself. Ain't no stopping how I changed my health and my wealth. I've accomplished hella things. Crossing hell's terrain with a cross that's yet to raise. Cause I ain't a lost cause, I prayed to God up in his face. Like, look here, bro, save a spot up in that place. Just in case I got shot up when I was caught up in the game. I was raised around women in court since 85. As God as my witness, I never testify. Cause bros don't snitch, your real killers don't talk. Do my dirt about my lonely, I'm my own boss. To sum it all up, I have more than enough. Straight up handling kings, that's money and guns. So if I die today or next week, best believe family, I'ma make ends meet.
All I hear from you spineless cowards, is how poor you are. And yet somehow, you've all managed to find the money to kill me.
I was raised around women in court since 85. As God as my witness, I never testify. Cause bros don't snitch, your real killers don't talk. Do my dirt about my lonely, I'm my own boss. To sum it all up, I have more than enough. Straight up handling kings, that's money and guns. So if I die today or next
problema. Kodeng kwentuhan. Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan. Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan.
Problema, madaling lutasin. Hinay-hinay lang, huwag masyadong dibdibin.
Ipul, kung ang ulo ay mainit, baka malas lumapit, mukha biglang pumangit ako.
Problema sa kanan at kaliwa. Gusto magwala, pero bakit di mo magawa?
Hirap lumusot sa butas ng karayon, kailangan mong bumangon, magdasal ka pa mag-apon.
Seryoso, masaya pareho at iba lahat may solusyon. Basta problema pag-usapan na. Pwedeng daanin natin sa maboteng usapan. O kaibigan ng bad trip ay maiwasan.
Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan. Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan.
Kung may problema ka, solusyon ay imakita. Huwag kang mangangamba, tumawag ka sa Diyos Ama. Di malulunasan pag ang ulo ay mainit. Sadyang ganyan ang buhay, malamig man o mainit. Kailangan lang na sumabay, maghintay. Pagkat ang tamang pagkakataon ay sa'yo rin bibigay. Di mo rin masisisi ang sarili sa iyong kasalanan. Nagawa ko minsan ay kailangan madapa. Lahat ng bagay ay pwedeng idaan sa mabuting paraan kung to'y pagbibigyan. May liwanag na sisilip sa dilim. Malumbay ay mapapawi din, ang lungkot ay lilipas din.
Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan. Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan.
Kaibigan, ano bang kailangan? Tawagin ang barkada, simula na ang kwentuhan. Daanin sa tawanan, problema ay malulunasan. Lahat ng ito ay may diskarte at paraan. Pagmumukha mo ay di maipinta. Nakalimutan mo na bang tumawa? Manalig kay Badhala, huwag mawalan ng tiwala. Sa kanya ang pagpapala, sa lahat siya ang bahala. At kung sakali man naghipitin ng panahon at kailanganin mo ang tulong at aking tubon, huwag mag-atubiling hawakan ng aking kamay. At sabay tayo aahon sa pagsubok ng alon.
Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan. Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan. Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan. Bawat problema pwede pag-usapan. Seryoso, masaya at sama. Kodeng kwentuhan.
Yeah, that was Mabuting Kwentuhan by Pinoy Republic, a brand new track from them featuring Jimmy Bondoc.
And of
So-
course, the first one was
Yes.
Make Ends Meet by Jason Huff. And he's tuned in right now, so shout out.
Hello, Jason Haft, and what's up, everybody? You're back here at DZME 1530 or Kinse Trenta, Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta with Pinoy Hiphoppaz. And it is a Friday night. It's going to be 2 hours of Pinoy hip-hop, Pinoy rap music for you. And thank God tonight we didn't have much traffic.
Yeah.
It was lesser, but we got here like 15 minutes before 6 o'clock, unlike last week na sobrang late. Right? Grabe. Really, really bad. But expect more of that coming as the holidays creep in. So my name is Jug Honey Love.
And I'm Beverly.
And of course, we are representatives of Pinoy Hiphoppaz, the group that runs the show with, of course, DZME Manila. And yes, guys, you can watch us via Ustream. Just reminding you all who are regular listeners and to those who are new, just search DZME-Manila via Ustream.tv and you can watch us via the internet. Of course, we also have metvpilipinas.com, but right now we're not set up there. Maybe later. It's something new. And of course, our normal ways to get in touch with each other. We have a text number, SMART. The number is 0998-975-1368. And you can text us for your shout-outs and, you know, whatever, bate-bate. So, how you doing, Deborah's?
I'm alright, just posting.
Posting, yeah. Kasi we're having trouble with the slow internet connection. I'm sure lahat kayo, mga kababayan, ay nagrereklamo tungkol sa internet connection. Ano ba ito? Sadya ba to? Pakulo ba to? Ano, it's a kind of drama because there's a new network coming in.
Yeah.
We don't know, but why would they do that though, right? It'll just justify the need for a new company, but whatever. So, tama. Sa mga may Facebook dyan, sali kayo sa aming usapan via our group page. It's all caps Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta Pinoy Hiphoppaz. Join that group and join our conversation. Look for hashtag Tell Us. Usually posted by Beverly's. Were you able to post something today?
No, not tonight.
Bakit?
Bagal eh.
Mabagal ang internet nga. Pero old school naman tayo, so the old school ways of getting in touch, saying hi to the radio station, you can call us via the landline 861-6947. Write that down, guys, or save it on your phones. Try giving us a call, 861-6947. Of course, there's a Globe number too.
Yes, and that's 0917-822-8362.
Okay, and may isa pang smart. Ano yung kaibahan nun? Pwede bang tawagan yung isa?
Yeah.
Ito, ang kaibahan, the other is the call the hotlines. Okay, so to text us, the number again is 0998-975-1368. And to call us, smart 0939-916-9855. We will, or I'll try to remember to mention those numbers again later.
Yeah, and our special guests are here now. So you guys are welcome to ask them any questions later on.
Okay.
By sending me a message on Facebook or of course our those numbers that we said before. Again, the text track is 0998-975-1368.
Okay, so mga kaibigan, alam nyo naman na tuwing Biyernes dito, meron kaming ini-invite na mga guests, mga artists na mga masisipag throughout the hip-hop scene here in the country, and basta Pilipino sila at mga tumutulong sa kultura ng hip-hop dito sa Pilipinas. We invite them so that they can share their stories, matutunan ninyong mga hindi alam kung ano ang kultura ng hip-hop, ano ang music ng rap, at lahat pa ng elemento na kumakatawan sa kultura ng hip-hop. So deep Tagalog.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for somebody to call me and say, your Tagalog sucks, Jug. What's going on? Why don't you just keep speaking in English? Practice nga eh, kasi nga, syempre, nakikipag-usap tayo sa masa, di ba? Anyway, it's time for our guests if they're ready. But if not, just come over here when you're ready.
Oh, he is ready.
Guys, it is the man behind the movement that is about to have their finals next Thursday, November 12 at Urban QC. Sam Rhansum. Okay, wait a minute. Again. Sam Rhansum. Yeah.
What's up? Yeah.
All right, so you can go ahead and speak
Sweet.
this far. It'll be loud enough.
I'm too tall.
Okay. All right.
I'm dipping down into this microphone.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
How you doing, Sam?
I am wonderful. And yourself?
I'm all right. Stressed because of the traffic, but I'm okay.
Understood. I think everybody is stressed because of the traffic right now, right?
Yeah. I've learned to pretend that the moment I go on air, I'm all right.
Yeah.
And then I smile.
Well, every single day here that ends in the letter Y has bad traffic. So.
All right, so thank you for being here tonight. Of course, Shill will be here later as well, but she is there watching.
Yeah.
So Sam,
yes.
we wanna talk to you about, of course, Battle of the Beats, but of course you as an artist. All
Sweet.
right.
Yeah. I don't usually mix the two, but I will be glad to do that for you.
Wonderful, thank you. We used to have this show for just an hour, and an hour was just too short because we would always guest people that talk a lot. And I know you talk a lot.
You picked the right person.
There
wow.
you go. So we
Yeah.
have 2 hours. Pwede niyang tanggalin. Pwede mo, you can remove this now and hold it so you don't have a hard time.
So you see my back problem. Thank you. Maraming salamat po.
And you can keep it this far because the mic is really loud.
I appreciate
there
it.
you go.
I'm gonna cup it like an MC in a minute, so I
All right.
apologize. All right.
Okay, so make bate first. Go ahead. If you want to say hello to whoever.
Hello to everybody that's listening and all of the followers of Battle of the Beats and everything that Chilla and I have been working for the longest time, man. We appreciate the support and the fact that you even brought us on here to talk about it again. That's kind of why I said I never usually mix the two. Whenever I come to talk about Battle of the Beats, I try to never talk about myself as an artist because Battle of the Beats is not about me.
Yes.
It's like Red Alert puts it on, but we don't allow Red Alert to even perform at Battle of the Beats. It's not about Red Alert. It's about the rest of the industry. But I appreciate you wanting to talk about both. I'll be glad to do so. But you'll see the passion really come out of me when we talk about the scene and the industry and other people. I was meant to help people. Since I was a kid, I've known it. I was meant to help people succeed, so I get passionate about that.
That's really good na you said that. Do you understand Tagalog now?
Konti lang po, but I get really lost when it gets fast.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, funny how he mentioned that, how he knows that he's born to help people. Because I was just chatting with somebody, one of the artists that I'm helping out, and we were talking about, I think it was just last night, how what is more important to him? Sarili niya, or his dream for himself, or to help other people out. And he said both of them are important, but what's more angat, you know, like what's more prevailing for him. And you just said that for you.
I've never.
Is that something?
Can I tell you a story?
Sure.
I've told this story to Chill. I have never told this story in public ever.
There you go.
when I was about 18, I had a dream, and you know how sometimes you have really crazy whacked out dreams, and then other times you have incredibly vivid dreams. And when you wake up from that dream, you know that it meant something deeper than just my mind was being active while I was sleeping.
Yes.
And basically, here was the dream. I've had a dream to be a rapper and to be a producer and to work in the hip hop industry since I was 12 years old, and it's something that I've been doing hip hop so long that it's who I am now. It's no longer what I do. I mean, I'm surrounded in it, and my goals have been to grind ever since I was a kid. When I had this dream, it was freezing cold, it was snowing outside, and I was in the parking lot of a record company, and there was a long line of people, and everybody was in line to go to the record company to get a record deal and to get their dreams started. And I'm sitting there in the freezing cold, and I have 5 or 6 heavy blankets on me. And I'm warm while I'm staying in line, and everybody else is freezing, but we're all in line trying to get discovered.
Yes.
And when I look down and I realize that I have layers and layers of blankets on me, it hits me. I have something to help other people achieve the very same thing that I'm trying to achieve. And I woke up from my dream.
Oh, that's good. That is such a good story. You see, right away, in 19 minutes past 6 o'clock, may natutunan na kayo lahat agad. Right? Because that's one of our goals here is we make sure that every episode, right, Riz?
Yes.
That we learn from our guests and the listeners too.
I've never told that story in public ever.
Thank you for letting us know here.
Yes,
on
because
air.
it's inspirational and it's good. And the interpretation of the blankets and keeping warm.
Yeah.
It means it's enabling you to go through that cold.
I was in the same line.
So
I want the same things that they want. I want to succeed. I want to be famous. I want people to think I'm the hottest rapper, the hottest producer. And so are these people. And the fact is I could push them aside with all of my comfortableness and try to achieve that goal around them, or I can help them achieve it too. And it hit me. And I've never been able to shake that dream, ever.
Because it's profound.
It's meant to be.
Yeah. So there you go, and it's good that you are here doing what you do with Chill, of course, and helping all the beat makers, the producers, make something a positive change for how we make music.
Absolutely.
Of course, I am privy about the movement, like the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And tell us about it now. Are there anything or any changes? Is there something new with it?
Oh man, it gets better and better every year. I mean, we've been doing this since I got here to the Philippines 5 years ago, and the first time that we did it, we only used like producers that had already done some things here because we had to kind of show. We were the first ones to bring it to the Philippines, so we kind of had to show a lot of people exactly what a beat battle is. They only knew DJ battles, or they really knew rap battles.
Yes.
And so a producer battle was something entirely different. So we took producers like Sly Kane and Bo Jam and some of these guys that had already had stuff out, Turbulence Crew and Crizzo, and we showed them exactly how a beat battle works. And that's these guys that make the music before the artist ever gets a chance to write the song. And back home, I grew up in the battle culture. I went through it when I was a producer. Like, I was winning beat battles, and then I moved to Atlanta and I started losing beat battles. And I realized that, you know, I might have been a big fish in a small pond in Nashville, but then when I moved to Atlanta, I was just a guppy in an ocean, you know?
Yeah.
And when I started losing beat battles, I started realizing that I had a lot to learn. I mean, you know, if you know me, I kind of got a lot of confidence. Sometimes it's sometimes it's a little bit cockiness, and I admit that when I'm on stage, I'm cocky. That's my persona. But off stage,
you're not the only one like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that off stage, there's no need for that. You know, there's absolutely no need for being cocky. You just be a real person, confidence on stage. But all of that confidence when I hit Atlanta started dying when I was losing all these beat battles. You know, because I thought I was the ish. You know. And I started realizing that there's a lot of stuff that I had to do to go back to the lab and fix my beats and make them hit harder, and my snares weren't smacking, my bass, you know, my kick drums weren't hitting, they weren't thumping. And so I started studying production a little bit more than just making a cool beat. I started understanding how to make the track move. Like, the way that I break it down is an early producer, almost all of us start in the same thing. Like, let me use this analogy. If you're a guitar player and you get a guitar on your 16th birthday, the very first thing that you do is you learn to play other songs that you love.
Oh, yeah,
you learn to play.
Even as a singer.
Yeah, you learn to play the great guitar riffs. And when you're a producer, you learn to take a sample, something that you thought was funky, and you take it and you loop it, and then you put your own drums to it, and then all of a sudden you go, look what I made. Look what I made out of that loop.
Yeah.
And then to a lot of producers, that's where they stop, because they feel like they've just made something different, and that's enough. But what you've made is a beat. You haven't really made a song yet, because songs move, and they build and they drop, and parts come in and parts come out, and you change some things around. And that's the thing that I hadn't discovered yet, was I was just making beats in Nashville. It was in Atlanta that I started making tracks, and I started making beats that actually spoke for themselves before the artist ever got to it. So when I came here to the Philippines, I saw that there was a lot of talented producers, and there was a lot of guys that understood that, but there was a vast number of people that had just got their software, they got Fruity Loops, and they were still making beats. They were still making like a 4-measure loop, and then they were getting a rapper to, you know, to get onto it, but they weren't necessarily making songs. And so when Chill and I were talking, we were like, you know, you can stand up to a lot of these people and say, here's what you could do, here's what you should do, or you could just bypass the whole teaching thing and create a competition. You create a competition, and then people see it for themselves, like I did, because when you step off of stage and you just lost, you start going, okay, now how can I win? That creates hunger. You know, you can give a man a fish, or you can teach a man to fish, you know? And so the Battle of the Beats was teaching men to fish, and it was teaching them to produce. And so when we started, it just continued to grow, and we got sponsors on board, and then all of a sudden we were offering music gear, professional music gear, because a lot of these guys were making incredible beats on just really old laptops. And then all of a sudden we have sponsors coming in that are going to give you, you know, high-end studio monitors and microphones and things like this. And so this year, can I thank the people that are doing this? Because this year we are giving away a complete home recording studio. So like, if you just have a beat up old laptop, because that's what I started on too. This year, because of Music Source and Bloomer and Personas, we're giving away a complete recording studio. So that means a computer, a brand new computer, software for you to make your music on. And this is not just beat making software, this is full on professional software for vocals and instruments and beat making, plus a high-end microphone. So we see a lot of guys that have good software but crappy microphones. And so let me just talk to all you beat makers out there. Look, man, if your shoes cost more than your microphone, you are not serious about your music, all right?
That's a good thing to go by. It's a guide for y'all.
Because if you've got that software and you're making killer beats, and then you go to CDR King to buy your microphone, you are not serious about your music, because you can't have any loose links.
It's like going up to the next level, but then, you know, not remembering that there's a bar.
Absolutely.
You know, so that you have to meet.
And that's not just here, so don't be thinking that I'm trying to talk about like the local scene, because let me tell you about back in Atlanta. Back in Atlanta, I don't know how many people that I brought into my studio that rolled in on $10,000 rims but wouldn't pay for a beat. And had the crappiest mic ever, $200 Jordans, and they're like, you know, man, I can't afford no beat, man. So I mean,
it happens
all
everywhere
around the world, the same song. Some people just don't take their career seriously. So all of that around to say, we have changed in the fact that we've gotten bigger and we've gotten better, and now we have MTV behind us and a reality show that we're doing. We're now international. We have Battle of the Beats going on in the Nordic region. They just had theirs in Denmark with Jurassic 5. Next year, we are in talks right now for Battle of the Beats Atlanta, Battle of the Beats Detroit, Battle of the Beats Nashville. And the whole goal is what we've always had, is that once we have the best of the Philippines, we're going to battle them against the best of Denmark. And we're going to battle those against the best of the United States. And so we're going to bridge the gap.
It's about time to have something like that. It's really international.
And it needs to be. That's always been mine and Chill's goal, with whether it was Red Alert or whether it was Battle of the Beats, is that the industry has changed now because we're on the internet. We're a connected world right now. And so it's like 20 years ago, you could be the best in Batangas and that was good enough for you. Or you could be the best in Subic and that was good enough for you. But we're in a connected world right now. The world is your competition. It doesn't matter if you're the best in your hometown. You're one click away from Jay-Z. You're one click away from Kanye.
You see that? This is Sam telling you, mga nakikinig sa atin po, you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the goal, is that your competition is the rest of the world. And so the thing is that you could spend the rest of your life trying to conquer the local scene. But the truth is your competition is the world. If you break into the world, the local scene is going to follow you. Because that needs to be your goal. You're connected, so that means you have to have worldwide quality. You have to take your art seriously. If you off time, get better. If your beats are off key, fix them. If your microphone is cheap, you need to make some sacrifices, and you need to do what it takes to compete with the rest of the world.
Very well said, Sam. Now, do you have anything to say? They love when we have guests here. They really enjoy it. And it's good to have people around you in the radio station that understands our, is really into our show because of what our guests tell us. But as you were telling the story, I remember the very first time we met with Chill, you guys told Gazelle and I your plan for Battle of the Beats. And it was a secret then. You remember that meeting?
No.
I think we were meeting with Q York at the time something. Yeah, we were like in somewhere in Taguig. It was a close meeting, and you mentioned it, and we were like, oh, that's good. That's the movement that's needed here.
It's been a blessing. It really has. Like, I mean, our last two winners are now full-time, producers, working with major labels, independent labels, working with some major things, man. And it's an absolute blessing. And there are people that use the Battle of the Beats as their stamp of approval. Like, I see, all of these songs coming off on Facebook and on the internet, and they're like, produced by Battle of the Beats veteran. Like, that's the stamp of approval now for local producers.
It's a bar already. It's like
I
a
love
benchmark
that.
for them.
Yeah, I love that.
I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Now I forgot. Quickly. Oh.
Yeah.
Now? Okay lang? Okay. Nahilito ako sa inyo because there's supposed to be like a 3-minute Carrera going on. You know what Carrera is?
No, but tell me.
Wala pa. It's okay, Sam.
Oh, it's go.
Now it's going. Sam, we will be right back. Guys, huwag kayong aalis. Babalik po ang Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta with Sam Rhansum. We'll be right back.
DZME Carrera Live.
Pose lep Ianino Iana, while real talk is the early trailer by about 10 lengths of the leader racing down the backstretch. Now we have yes, takes command by our link and Ihapa. Ian's bet is right behind in second, etc. Now to take third, running by the rail, fourth comes Modern Love. Excelsia, Dark Beauty comes next, then followed by Buena. Classica, pose left Yanino Yana, while real talk is still racing in less. Another four turn we have Ian's bet. Now takes command by the length. Then here comes etc. Together with Modern Love. Down on the inside. Then next online. Yes, yes, yes. Dark Beauty also coming into the picture. Then next online Excelsior pose left as they swing for home. The lead now belongs to etc. Ian's bet. Dark Beauty on the outside. Last 100 meters. It's now Dark Beauty. And finally, the program opener. Dark Beauty. Second, Modern Love, etc.
Carrera 15-30. Carrera 15-30. Broadcasting live from the Capital Broadcasting Center studio in Ortigas, Pasig City, Philippines. 25,000 watts of pure AM power.
25,000 watts of pure AM power.
Matapang sa pagbabalita, punong-puno ng informasyon, laging handa sa public service. Ang pagbabagong hanap mo sa AM. Ito ang DZME. Kinse, Trenta.
All right, it is 32 minutes past 6 o'clock. This time check is brought to you by No Bad Ideas, the leaders in premium headwear. Want to stand above the rest? Visit nobadideas.com for all the latest releases in headwear and clothing.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you for that short break. So Sam, we're back.
Cool.
As I was saying kanina during our short break, what I wanted to say on the microphone was, what you guys do, you just don't help beat makers understand that they can go further. You're actually making a mark in history because the music that rap music is, or in the hip-hop culture, it's like what I said kanina, di ba? Kasi mga kaibigan, Tagalog akong konti. Ang kanta kasi, or songs, there's a form to it. Whether it be classical music or the old or the orchestral music or pop music, there's a form. But having a form doesn't mean it has to be exactly how it is. It's just having a guide so that you know when to intensify or what emotions to invoke by the music, the instrumentation.
Yep.
And that's what Battle of the Beats is actually helping these new beat makers to become producers in that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to quickly say, para sa mga hindi alam ang producer na sinasabi namin sa palabas, what we're, I don't know if you understood what I just said, Sam.
No.
What I said was, for those listeners who don't understand why we say producer for the music, I was going to say in musical terms outside, it's like the musical arranger.
Yeah.
Of what other music or other genres say or refer them to.
Well, the producers are they're the inspirers. When you're dealing with urban music, you usually have a guy that makes the music, and then once he's made that music, he hands it to the artist, and then Rihanna writes to it, or Chris Brown writes to it, and it's like there would be nothing inspiring Rihanna to write if this track wasn't hot, made by this producer.
Yes.
And it's the backbone of a hit song.
Yes.
And so, again, when we want to increase the quality and increase the spotlight on Pinoy music or music that's being made here in the Philippines, you have to go to the root first, and that's go to the producers. And as the producers get better, as the quality gets better, as the genre continues to grow, then you start approaching the artists. And let me just say, what we've been doing for Battle of the Beats is only the beginning. We're about to start something for artists that we just did for Battle of the Beats. We're now going to start going toward rappers and singers for the same thing. Our goal is to build the community.
I figured that you would be going that direction.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's good that you said about the inspiration coming from the producers, because I look at you as the inspirer because of the emotions. You're the one that thinking about what kind of song you're going to be doing, and you express it through your elements in the beats.
Yeah.
And you're arranging the music, and at the same time you are giving out the expression. All right. And of course, the MC or the rapper is the one that puts the lyrics and the finishing touches, like the singer to.
And I'm that kind of producer that once I've done my job and then I give my track to an artist, I still don't think that my job is done yet until I go back and rearrange that track around what the artist has created. So that way there's a synergy. Because let's say I'm producing a track for you and Bebe, and y'all have this incredible punchline, but my music is overpowering your punchline. I want to go back and I want to drop it out. I want your punchline to shine. I want to take out the strings because they were going over your melody a little bit. I mean, there are some producers that make a track and hand it to the artist and say, I'm done. I personally don't believe in that. I believe that synergy is just beginning when the artist writes to it, and then you take it back to the lab.
And I'm hoping that we will get to that point where everybody that we talk to is like that.
Yeah.
Because ganun talaga eh. Like, I mean, you know, if we do something, a song, as vocalists or rappers, MC singers, we want to be able to work with somebody like that. Now, willing to like really put time and pagandahin pa, make it better.
Absolutely.
Make it more powerful or more effective.
I have a phrase that says, the song is not over until all heads nod.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, so Sam, do you have something for us that we can play? And then after we play your song, we're going to talk a little bit about you as an artist.
Yeah.
Let's go back to your history.
Sure.
What song did you want to play?
Well, the thing is that since I've been here, I've really put a lot into other people's careers and a lot into that dream that I haven't really been giving my career the attention that it necessarily needed.
That sounds familiar.
And I'm not saying that I'm unhappy with helping other people. I have lost a little bit of myself that I'm starting to regain a little bit because I've been writing. It's just I haven't done a lot with it because I've really been focusing on the other things, whether it was Red Alert or whether it was Battle of the Beats or whatever. But there are some things and some local artists that I've worked with that I really believed in. There's one, Doughboy, that I've been working with on a lot, and we're about to shoot a music video for a song that we did a while back. We performed it once or twice, but I never officially released it because I really wanted to put a push behind it, and that's about to happen. So the one song that I brought right now is called Hoy Maganda. It's me and Doughboy just being goofballs trying to holler at ladies.
And of course, I remember you guys singing that at our anniversary event at D-Side.
Yeah, so we haven't done it. We haven't done. No, it wasn't that long ago, but we haven't officially released it yet.
I remember you going up the speakers there and all that. The impact you guys made. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. Well, me as an artist, I'm the Jack Russell of hip hop. I'm like, full of energy and mostly white. Yeah, I jump on speakers. I run into the crowd. Yeah.
Ganun talaga, di ba? Alright, so Kuya, let's play Hoy Maganda, guys. Pakinggan natin ang kanta ni Hoy Maganda. Maganda. Pakinggan natin ang kanta ni Rhansum.
Yeah, Doughboy Trenta, Rhansum. Wait, holla at your boys. Hoy Maganda, anong pangalan mo? Hoy Maganda, anong pangalan mo? Hoy Maganda, anong pangalan mo? Hoy Maganda. Excuse me, miss. Huwag ka nang magtaka, ikaw na nga at wala nang iba. Paano pa kaya ikaw makikilala? Huwag sanang madidisgrasya kung hindi dadaan sa kapal na mukha. Pagbigyan mo na baka lalong maulol. Kahit ang Tagalog ni Kano masyado ng bulol at buhol-buhol. Check the time, baka tayo ay magahol at magmukha lamang aso na puro lamang kahol. So I'ma give you what you want, girl, and then some. Magsasamin ka lang magdidikit ni Rhansum. Sagot ko ang tubak, sabay-sabay ng drums. There's no need to throw a fake so them whack tantrums. Sexy, maamo ang mukha. Test me, baka ako ay tumasa. Check me, just like my Nike kicks. Bless me with that fine ass chicks. Hoy Maganda, anong pangalan mo? Hoy Maganda, anong pangalan mo? Hoy Maganda, anong pangalan mo? Hoy Maganda. Hoy, sexy.
Mama, if I had you, I know I could have you. Saying that you glad, good guys could be bad too. Don't know how to act, 'cause you never had a cat who give you everything. Tell me, mom, what could that do? That's what you want. I'ma throw it at you. Mattress your floor, you go back a new tattoo. Girl, you the baddest that I seen, and I had a few. Don't mean a thing, mama scream if you had to. Man of your dreams, yeah, I just might be. And what you looking for, well, you just might see. And you ain't gotta hide, mama, you could be free. And you can do you as long as you do me. I'll say what I want, though. Don't get me wrong, no, ain't afraid to talk. Look, I can hold a combo. But if you want the bad boy, I'ma act your mind and you back out too. But boy, maganda, anong pangalan mo? Boy, maganda, anong pangalan mo? Boy, maganda, anong pangalan mo? Boy, maganda. Boy, boy, maganda, boy.
Yeah. All right, so that was Hoy Maganda by Sam Rhansum and Doughboy.
Yeah, hollering at the ladies.
Yes, and of course, Hoy Maganda, alam niyo naman yung title na yon, di ba? Ang ibig sabihin nun, hey, pretty.
Exactly.
Hey, beautiful. You know.
What's your name, girl? It's like, well, I'm sorry, man. Filipinos are beautiful, so you know what?
Your way of calling their attention, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it always works. A song is very heartfelt. So, anyway, so Sam, Bebe Reese has questions for you. Riz, oh, are you here? I thought it was just.
I'm a sponge Bob right now, okay?
Because you're busy. Can you tell the people what you're doing while you're quiet and I'm doing all the talking here?
She's playing Candy Crush.
Ano ginagawa mo dyan?
Don't tell people.
Where's our bed music?
It's playing. Sam, I want to know what's your advice for like the aspiring hip hop artists, those ones that cannot afford to buy beats. Who can they talk to? What can they do? How can they get in touch with beat makers?
What I tell aspiring artists, number one, is if you want to take your career seriously, you using downloaded beats may get you able to finish a song and show it to your friends, but legally you cannot do a single thing with that. You cannot legally release it to the radio or put it on YouTube, because if the owner of that beat finds it, he can have it pulled, he can have you sued, so you just don't want to mess with that. So what I tell artists about downloaded beats is, look, if you're on YouTube and you hear some really, really hot beats and it inspires you to write, go ahead and write to that. And then approach a local producer, because there's a ton of local producers, and if you don't believe that, come to the Battle of the Beats on November 12th and you will meet some of the hottest producers in the Philippines. And just say, I downloaded this beat right here and I really love the feel, I wrote a song to it, can you make something that feels like this? And a lot of producers work by pegs. They work by, I want something that feels like this song Pac did, you know? And so they'll be glad to give you their feel or their take on what that feel is. Some of these up and coming producers will be willing to work in trade. And this is what I tell a lot of people is, there's a movement for no free beats, and the thing is that producers have to make money too. They have to pay their bills, but sometimes payment is not always in the form of money. Sometimes that payment can be in the form of promotions, such as if you have an artist that just thinks it would be cool to rap, but he's really not going to push that single. This guy may not necessarily be worth an X deal of promotion because he's not really going to promote. But let's say that you've got this local clique that has thousands of fans, and every time they throw up something, it gets thousands and thousands and thousands of views and listens. If you're an up-and-coming producer, you want your name attached to those thousands of fans, and so that may be worth you making a free beat for them for the turnaround and promotion. But you can't always make free beats, just like a rapper can't always make free verses. Sometimes it's, hey, get on this beat, let's make a collab, and the rapper's like, okay, that's fine. But then other times, rappers, that's their business too. We need to get paid for the things that we do, but sometimes payment is not always in the form of cash. Sometimes it's in the form of helping out your career, it's in marketing, it's in promotions. You just have to weigh those options out.
And we need to keep doing that, because that is reality. It's like barter system.
Absolutely.
There it is happening. We just don't use it often, that term, but that's how it all started before money came.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, I've DJ'd parties, and in payment, I got a 32-inch plasma TV. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I turn that into my monitor in the studio. So yeah, absolutely. So it's always different.
There's always a way to help each other out, you know.
Please again invite them.
November 12th at Urban in QC. It is the Battle of the Beats finals. We have 2 celebrity battles. We have the first year's king versus the second year's king. That's Thyro versus Mark Beats. And then we have hitmaker Clumsy. Seriously, Clumsy has made those tracks that have millions and millions of views on YouTube right now versus Titus of Curse and Bless, who was just recently signed to Viva as a producer and as an artist. So this is a major battle. And then our top 8 finalists, one of them will be the King of the Beats. We'll have a brand new home recording studio and massive party at Victoria Court and a full-on dinner from Sweet Ecstasy. So I mean, absolutely, it's going to be incredible. November 12th, 10 p.m. Go to Battle of the Beats, all right? Go to facebook.com/Battle of the Beats. Send a direct message with your name and your friends' names, and we will put you on the guest list to get in. Look, it's that easy. Just go to the Facebook page, and we will put you on the guest list. Be there to support, because let me tell you something. Our very first year, Bo Jam released songs in his battle that ended up getting millions of views on YouTube. Sly Kane played beats that are now on their brand new album. You are going to hear the future sound of the Philippine music scene next Thursday night.
November 12, guys, and yung isang finalist is the song that we played, the very first song we played.
Jason Half, yeah.
Jason,
Dude's got some
up?
bangers.
Yeah, what's up? Thank you for always tuning in. There is a question for you, and after we ask you that question, we will go to what I just said, that we'll talk a little bit about your history. But quickly, hold on, Sam. Quickly, I just want to say, for those listening for Underground Speech on Radio, uumpisan po natin yan ngayong gabi, habang ni-interview natin si Sam and Chill. We will be playing some of the songs that we have approved to be a part of the 15 artists that we featured here in the month of November. So don't change your dials, keep it locked. We are talking to our guests, and we will be playing some of your songs later, and we'll tell you more about it. Underground Speech on Radio. Thank you so much for submitting your beautiful music.
Yeah.
And it's just great that to get these submissions, because we know that there's a lot of unheard artists there, and sinasubmit nila every time we put something new, a new segment here on our show. Riz!
Yeah.
Go ahead and ask for Sam, because people might think it's just Doug here. What's going
I'm a
on?
sponge tonight.
All right.
All right. The question is it easy to be a producer than a rapper, or vice versa? This is by
Trisane, is that right? Hey, what's up?
Thanks for asking.
Man, for me, my story is I started rapping at 12 and I started producing at 13. And so when I was rapping at 12, I was rapping over instrumentals from my favorite artists. And then I wanted something different than their stuff. And I was a drummer since I was 5. So I was like, why don't I just make my own beats?
Well, there you go. It explains why you were
and so
13.
Yeah, so I started making my own beats because I had this idea for a song and it needed to feel a certain way. Instead of trying to find an instrumental that sounded like that, I just ended up making my own stuff. So for me personally, neither is easier and neither is harder, because both of them come out of me. But I can tell you that as a rapper, it's a blessing to be a producer, because I understand a song in its entire form, and I know how to build my beats around my lyrics. I also know how to make lyrics that work with my beats. And then there's a third step to it too, is I encourage all producers to learn how to DJ. Because the power of understanding what moves a crowd and what moves a dance floor will absolutely change the way that you make beats. Because you see what works and what doesn't. And when you're the trifecta, when you do all three, you understand. Because, as a DJ, you play that song that makes the whole crowd go, oh, okay. Then you know that that's the kind of beat that you want to make. But as a rapper, when you're at the club and the DJ cuts out and the whole crowd says that one punchline, that as a rapper makes you want to write as many as those lines as you can that make people want to repeat what you just said. So that'll forever change the way that you rap. So for me, I'm afraid I can't answer that question as one is easier or harder. Both of them fuel me, but they fuel me at different times. Sometimes I can't even think of what to write to this beat, but I know exactly where that beat needs to go. And other times I have lyrical ideas where I just write them down and I have no idea if I even have a track that'll work for that yet. So right now I have seriously years worth of albums that are ideas of just tracks and ideas of just lyrics, and I still haven't put the two together. So
That's a good question, and thank you for that answer,
yeah,
Sam.
thank you so much.
Again, may natutunan na naman tayo sa segment na yan or sa usapan na yan. That's what I always aim for. Again, for the listeners to keep it locked and learn. Not just listening to the music that they want to hear, or the music that's never played on other stations, of course, but to learn from our talks here, our radio talk show. And Chill, you're next later.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, Sam, you did mention a little bit, you were started playing the drums at 5,
Yeah.
Became a producer, beat maker at 13.
Yeah.
So we're going into your short history now.
Oh, man.
But of course, you know, you also did mention about your dream at 12 or 12 years old? Did
No,
you say
I was 17, 18 when I had the dream. Yeah.
All right, so tell us about you, Sam Rhansum. I want people listening tonight, and I just wish that the Wi-Fi was really working so that we could get more interaction here.
That's all
I'm
good.
sure that a lot of people are listening to you. Tell them about you more.
Wow.
You, not Battle of the Beats right now, just you. You.
All right. Yeah, I started rapping when I was 12 and producing when I was 13, and I started a local rap group in my hometown, and we started entering talent contests, and we won all of the talent contests, and then I moved to Nashville and started rapping in Nashville and kind of rocked every stage that I could in Nashville and had a really, really good fam. My homie Latino Saint, we used to do shows and we tried to support the industry, and like he thought the way that I did is that there are two kind of camps with hip hop right now. You have the backpackers and then you have the commercial rappers, and some of them don't always get along with each other. There's the whole debates about what's real rap and what's whatever. We loved both sides because we both knew the history of hip hop, and we both knew that hip hop started with Kool Herc and with all of the old school pioneers, and it branched out. And just like a family does, you have some family members that move away and some that just stay in their same hometown. So we used to do shows where we would take 4 trap rappers and 4 backpackers and put them on the same show.
That's
because
good.
we're like, look, your fans need to know about them, and their fans need to know about you. And this isn't a style war. This is about hip hop. We all came from the same place. And so we did all that in Nashville, and then I ended up getting my manager in Nashville that was really, really connected to a lot of major rock acts. I was working construction. I was the trash guy on a construction yard. My job was to pick up trash after the builders happened, and I threw off my demo to my manager, and my manager's office was across the street from a house I was working on, and he immediately called me and he said, I want to work with you. And I said, well, who do you work with? And he works with this guitarist by the name of Steve Vai that is like a guitar god. If you ever talk to anybody that knows guitar, Steve is like the guitar god, and multi-platinum records and then a bunch of multi-platinum rock bands. And he goes, I don't necessarily do hip-hop, but I see what you do and I can get you connected. And so I signed on to him, and immediately I got songs on MTV, and then I started producing for BET and ESPN, and I started doing a lot of production for these things. And then I moved to Atlanta to work with my partner at the time. His name is Billy Hume, and he headed up Zone Studios. And Zone Studios is basically the studio that Little John started in, and that Yin Yang Twins started in. And like the long story is that Billy started with the history of crunk, because crunk music came out of Atlanta, and it was actually born in my partner's studio. So like the very first 2 Little John records, B.I.B.I., Put Your Hood Up, all of that was done in my boy's studio. And then from Yin Yang to Pitbull to Ludacris to David Banner to Bone Crusher to like the history of ATL hip hop was all started in my boy's studio. I got introduced to him through my manager, and I started working with him on my debut album. I ended up befriending him. We became friends. We started working together, and then I met Chill. And then Chill offered me the opportunity to produce one of her singles, and that one single turned into 2 that turned into the entire album. Then I introduced her to Billy, and Billy had already done so much in the Atlanta scene that to do something international was just blowing his mind. So me and Billy started working on Chill's album in Atlanta, and then it came time to come over here. And then we came over here 5 years ago and immediately started working with the industry and doing everything that we could. Once again, fulfilling my dream. Chill, you can ask her, has always helped out other artists. And there are a ton of artists in the Philippines right now that are icon status that got started because of Chill opening up her doors to help them out. So it's like Chill and I were the perfect match together to work together for all of that. So yeah, I mean, that's my history. And I'm still trying to reclaim myself as an artist, but sometimes I get wrapped up in helping other people. But again, I think both of those are part of my dream. So you'll see a lot more from Sam Rhansum. Philippines is home right now, so I'm going to do the best that I can to launch my music here in the Philippines, working with a lot of local artists and then working with Chill and Red Alert when the time comes. So is that a good answer?
Oh yes, it's very comprehensive, but it was said quickly, and I mean, I enjoy listening to the stories of the guest artists here. I really learn a lot, and there's always one common element. Everybody has put in their struggles.
Yeah.
Everybody's put in hard work.
Yeah.
Like you said kanina, diba? You're like, you had to go do this, you were doing that, you're doing shows here.
Yeah.
A lot of them have already said that. Everybody. And what I'm saying here is that lahat ng gine-guess po namin, Tagalog, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Lahat ng gine-guess po namin mga artists or mga performers, marami pong pinagdaanan sa mga kanya-kanya mga buhay para marating nila yung kanilang mga narating na ngayon. Their success, their accomplishments.
I don't think anything good happens without a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot to say that. I mean, when I told you that my manager helped me get on MTV, all right, the night that I had a song on MTV, I didn't get paid for another 8 months till after that song happened. I did a show that night. Everybody in Nashville thought that I was, oh my gosh, man, Sam Ransom's on MTV. I was homeless that night. After I did that show, I walked home and slept in the storage room that I was living in.
Wow.
And we ain't gonna get into that, but I lived in a storage room for a year just so I could work on music, and there was a bathroom that I had to sneak to at midnight when everybody had gone home. Like, nothing good comes without sacrifice.
And you see that, ganun po yun. Sana, I wish that my family was listening right now. You know what I'm saying? Ano yun? I really wish my family, right? Your family, everybody's family is just listening. Kasi imagine getting paid 8 months later, right? Not having a place to go home to. You know, I remember reading the story about, you know, popular rock bands or pop artists or balladeers or standard people going through the same thing. But we will be right back for 3 minutes. Huwag kayo alis sa Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta with Pinoy Hiphoppaz. We'll be right back, guys.
DZME Carrera Live.
It's now Pagsanhan Falls, leads by Sam 3 lengths. What's up? Now running in, second down in third, Significant Dream. Radio outside, fourth down, Guru down, followed by Casablanca. While Mamang Sorbitero is running in a terrible field. And out of back stretch, Pagsanhan Falls goes on, leads by Sam 6 lengths. What's up, running second, Significant Dream. Here comes down Guru. Around the outside, Casablanca. Long way back to Mamang Sorbitero. Inside the last 600, Pagsanhan Falls still as a leader. Followed now by Significant Dream. Down Guru now for the outside. And inside the last 400, Pagsanhan Falls hanging on with a length leader. Significant Dream and down Guru for the outside as they turn for home. It is still Pagsanhan Falls back to 3 lengths leader. Significant Dream remains in second, down Guru Casablanca. Last 75 meters, it is still Pagsanhan Falls winning this race by some 4 over Significant Dream, down Guru Casablanca, What's Up, and Mamang Sorbita.
Carrera 15-30. Carrera 15-30. Broadcasting live from the Capital Broadcasting Center studio in Ortigas, Pasig City, Philippines. 25,000 watts of pure AM power.
25,000 watts of pure AM power.
Matapang sa pagbabalita. Punong-puno ng impormasyon. Laging handa sa public service. Ang pagpabagong hanap mo sa AM. Ito ang DZME. Kinse, Trenta.
Maraming salamat. Yun konting karera for you. People who like to, do horse racing and stuff like that. So we were talking to Sam Rhansum of Red Alert, of course, one of our guests tonight, along with Chill, who will be with us in a few minutes. And Sam, as we were talking about earlier, nakalimutan ko na what our topic was before we went on break. But there is another question for you. Quickly, the question is, like every other artist, there's a goal and height they want to reach with their music. What do you see your rappers going with your art? What do you see you rappers going with your art? This is, again, from
I think I understand it.
Trista, yeah, I understand it.
I think when it comes to any artist, superstardom. I mean, honestly, let's just not lie. I mean, we want to reach as many people as possible. We all want to be superstars. We can say, I don't care if anybody likes my music, and that's an absolute lie. The fact of the matter is that we believe that we've created the world's greatest cookie, and we want everybody to eat it.
Yes, I agree with that.
But the reality is that doesn't always happen, and so I have two levels of success. There's that success that I'm going to always strive for till the day I die.
Yep.
And then there's the true definition of success, and I am going to say this as thankful as possible. I'm already there because I do what I love every day. And to me, that's success. I may not have a ton of money. I may not be a superstar. I may not have thousands of people that know who I am. But I do what I love every day. Every day I wake up, I get to do what I love. And every night I get to go to bed having done what I love. That is success.
And I totally agree. And I keep saying that to people who do not understand the heart of passionate artists. The kind of heart you have, what you go through. Success is doing what you love to do.
Yeah.
Being able to do that, given the freedom by God to do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
You don't, again, like you said, kahit walang masyadong pera, pero ginagawa mo yung gusto mo, yung mahal mo, at nakakatulong ka pa sa ibang tao, it is successful.
Yeah, I mean, I want all of that, but at the same time, there are things that fill my soul right now, and that's the second part to success, and that's legacy. And that's helping other people, and that's people saying that you helped me, or that I wouldn't be where I was without you. And there are times when that will lull you to sleep at night more than a bed full of money. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the stuff that you can be on your deathbed with, going, I did good.
Yes.
I did good. I used my talents for the right thing.
Yes, because, you live once in this lifetime or on this earth, and to be able to make an impact doing what you love to do is just the greatest feeling. I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
I know exactly what you and you, Chill, are about to say later. Because I'm sure you'll probably say the same thing. Probably. But, I like that cap. You're wearing 6G. All right, so there's another question, Riz, you said, for Sam?
This is by, he's also a producer, Don Quit.
Yes.
He's from Baguio. He asked, is the music industry for beat making oversaturated?
Yes and no. The thing is with technology, everybody can be a beat maker. Everybody can download Fruity Loops and everything else. But it's the same thing as rappers. I mean, not everybody, but there's a ton of people that can rhyme words. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good rapper. And I see that a lot. Like, I mean, I have my little phrases here. The ability to rap fast will never trump the ability to rap on time. And, the ability to understand. So when it comes to beat making, there are a ton out there. And so my advice to every producer is learn from the masters, learn how to do what they do, and then learn how to take that and make your own style based upon what you have learned. Because there is an oversaturation of people that sound like other producers, but there is still a smaller number of people who sound like no one else but themselves. And if you pave your own lane, there's no traffic.
Yes.
Wow.
Do you know
Nicely
that?
said.
Ang ganda, di ba? Wait lang. You see, I just recalled something that I put on my profile about that. I like to take roads less traveled. That's one. If somebody were to ask me to describe myself, I always say that. And I don't know. I totally understand you, Sam. It's just okay. All right. Any more questions?
Yeah. One more from Gene Kana. He said, Is there a way in the future where you will organize some sort of producers clinic or producers boot camp or something?
Can I? Yes. The goal of Battle of the Beats has always been to get to a point where we can actually have clinics and everything else. I am more than likely, this is Gene, right? Gene, if you're in Manila, I can't really announce it yet, but follow my Facebook. I am going to start teaching music production at a local music production school very soon. I cannot announce it yet, but I will have one-on-one classes where I will be teaching hip-hop production in every style of hip-hop, from boom bap to trap to West Coast, East Coast. I will teach it all. So follow my Facebook, and when I announce it, you'll know.
There you go. Wonderful news. I was just thinking about that in the bus. I was like, what am I going to ask Sam about production? What am I going to ask Chill? And that was one of them that he just...
And I share all of my secrets. I've been told a lot that I share too much, but I will teach you everything that I know.
Okay. So, all right, what is this? All right, thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you.
It's so important that what you do will continue. What you do with Chill will continue because it's something that the Filipinos in the music industry need.
There's so much talent here. There's so much talent here.
We are so talented, but we also have to make our mark.
Absolutely.
And so you guys are doing or helping us make that happen. And what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Yes, music.
Yes, of course. Okay, I understand. So that's a reminder from Debbie Rees, my co-DJ here. So right after Sam Rhansum, thank you so much, Sam. Before I let you go, please do your last promotion for Battle of the Beats or anything you want to say right now.
Battle of the Beats finals next Thursday night, November 12th at Urban, 10 p.m. Be there. If you want to get in on the guest list, just go to facebook.com/Battle of the Beats and send a direct private message.
Yes, guys, simple lang sinabi niya. Guest list yun. Ibig sabihin, pwede kayong pumunta. Sulatan nyo lang sila. Urban is the venue, URBN in Quezon City. It's a new joint, it's a new club on Timog Avenue. Simpleng-simple, sulatan nyo lang sila para makapasok kayo. Alright, guest list. Alright, so thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much for being here. The, spearheader of Battle of the Beats here in the Philippines, of course, and co-founder of Red Alert. Alright, so we will be back later with our next guest, of course, Sam's partner in everything. This is Chill, and I think you all hip-hop people know who she is, but before that, we will be giving you some music. And did you want to say anything?
Underground speech.
Alright,
That's it.
That's it? Deborah Rees is a little shy tonight. Okay, mga nakikinig dyan na mga nagpasa sa Underground Speech on Radio, our newest segment, ulitin ko lang po, we are going to feature 15 underground or independent artists or rappers for the month of November here during our radio show. It's here at Jambongga sa Kinse, Trenta with Pinoy Hiphoppaz. At we invited people to submit tracks. The deadline was November 4th. Today is the first day that we will be playing some of your music. And throughout the month of November, please tune in every Friday, 6 to 8 o'clock here, DZME 1530, para mapakinggan nyo yung mga 15 artists na i-feature namin. And we will be posting a flyer about it, right, Riz?
Yes.
Of who these artists are. But right now, sana nakikinig kayo. Ito po mga kanta na mga pinasa nila na tingin namin dapat marinig ng karamihan through this radio show. So Riz, these are songs from Shatya Cardinal.
Yeah, and Kial.
And of course, also a song from F. and Negativo and
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw is one of the artists who won for Rap Verse. So, pakinggan natin sila, mga 4 na kanta na i-feature namin. Thank you so much, guys. Just listen to these 4 songs right here.
Ibang bata Sa kabila ng buhay na mapaglaro sa aming bayang nakilala kung tawagin ay San Pedro. Hindi malayo sa karaniwan ang dinanas ng mamulat sa isipan at sinabit na lumipas. Naranasang magsikip ng tiyan sa gutom at mauhaw. Di pa malinaw sa edad ko kung kaya dapat mabukaw. Sa sistemang nakasanayan, ang swerte ay bihira. Dapat magtyaga sa konting maipasok sa sikmura. Bihira nga naman ang buhay, saan ba dadalhin? Paikot-ikot na parang gulong, malabo kung iisipin. Huwag sabihin di maaari, sa hirap manhina ko. Merong bukas na katabay sa sagot kung saan patungo. Ang landas na tinataha, na bago pa mahagilap ay mag-uupos ka muna ng dugo para makalap. Di ba mahirap ang istorya, sa kabila ganun pala. Kapag nadapa muling bumangon ka upang may mapala. Ito ang buhay, malayo sa mundong marangya. Huling sa kabila nito'y hindi naging pabaya. Kahit lumuhat pagpawisan, ibubuhos kong lahat. Yan ang pangarap sa likod ng buhay manunulat. Ito ang buhay, malayo sa mundong marangya. Huling sa kabila nito'y hindi naging pabaya. Kahit lumuhat pagpawisan, ibubuhos kong lahat. Yan ang pangarap sa likod ng buhay manunulat. Sa bawat pagsusad, sa piling na kaanak ay kumapit. Kahit minsan ay hindi ko naranasan ang maggamit ng iba para sa sariling kapakanan. Ako'y hindi patay na bukas para di ko matandaan. Lahat ng yan dahil sa simpleng pamumuhay ay kinaya. Nagpakilala ng parehas, di na kailangan pang mandaya. Nakataya ang karangalan, sariling pagsisikap sa hangaring paggusto. Ako na mismo ang humanap. Hindi ko inasa kailanman sa hikalikan ang bawat hamon. Dahil minsan lang ang buhay sa mundo kaya bumangon. Saan pa ang saysay, di ba't natuto kang gumanang? Bitbitin mo ang sarili, ipamukha sa mayayabang. Na hindi ka instrumento upang pagpasa-pasahan. Dahil lesensyado ka saan man abutin ng digmaan. Pagpaguran mo ang nais, huwag matakot sumabay. Sabihin pa ng kahinaan pagkat merong kang taglay. Ito ang buhay, malayo sa mundong marangya. Huling sa kabila nito'y hindi naging pabaya. Kahit lumuhat pagpawisan, ibubuhos kong lahat. Yan ang pangarap sa likod ng buhay manunulat. Ito ang buhay, malayo sa mundong marangya. Huling sa kabila nito'y hindi naging pabaya. Kahit lumuhat pagpawisan, ibubuhos kong lahat. Yan ang pangarap sa likod ng buhay manunulat. Pinahawak na pangarap, tinatinag kahit minsan mas matibay ang sarili kung ito'y pinaghirapan. Kahit na walang armas upang mabasag ang kahinaan, nandyan ang sarili sikap na matibay mong sandana. Atrasado pa sa laban, huwag isiping di mo kaya. Darating ang tamang panahon, ayos lang na magparaya. Pag sumobray bang nasen kung sino mang nagtataka, huwag kang mangangamba, hilahin kahit sinong pababa. Kalaban man ang iyong konsensya, dapat lang natanggapin. Kasi kung minsan merong pula na kailangan sanggain. At di lahat ng pagkakataon sa atin ay parehas. Yung iba sa sobrang galit nga bumubuno sa rehas. Patas na kung titingnan, bakit may gagot, may mayabang, may nananaman padados na mga di sapat ang gulang. Siguro nga ito ang storya na masakit na pagdaanan. At isa ko sa mga naluklok na makipagsabayan. Ito ang buhay, malayo sa mundong marangya. Huling sa kabila nito'y hindi naging pabaya. Kahit lumuhat pagpawisan, ibubuhos kong lahat. Yan ang pangarap sa likod ng buhay manunulat. Ito ang buhay, malayo sa mundong marangya. Huling sa kabila nito'y hindi naging pabaya. Kahit lumuhat pagpawisan, ibubuhos kong lahat. Yan ang pangarap sa likod ng buhay manunulat. Ito ang buhay, malayo sa mundong marangya. Huling sa kabila nito'y hindi naging pabaya. Kahit lumuhat pagpawisan, ibubuhos kong lahat. Yan ang pangarap sa likod ng buhay manunulat. Ito ang buhay, malayo sa mundong marangya. Huling sa kabila nito'y hindi naging pabaya. Kahit lumuhat pagpawisan, ibubuhos kong lahat. Yan ang pangarap sa likod ng buhay manunulat.
Never, never die.
Ako ay nanggaling sa digmaan na ilang ulit ng laganap. Alanganin sa paglaban, puro bully ang kaharap. Nagawa ko lang tawanan, parang may tubig na langhap. Habang pinag-aaral ang iwasan ng mapagpanggap na panahon noon. Napagkakamalan ko na ulan, ang ambon at ang ulan ay bagyo mula sa aking paglingon. Doon ko walang napagtanto na hindi pala ganon, kailangan pala ganto. Kaya sumulat ng walang pagmamahal, panay ang mura. Napaisip at nalaman kung paano maibig pa sa nauna. Ako yung mga sa taas ang lahat at tumapak kay nalula. Namulat lalo't mas nakita ko ang pagsalaula. Di pinapatas ang parte pag ang hinain ay hinate. Malas ay palagi, swerte minsan lang sumagi. Ang linis at dungis sa kulay, binabase mundo'y tatsulok ang hugis. Yan ang tunay na imahe, imahe, imahe. Ang hirap maging preso, mahirap pa sa pwesto ng mahirap para naghanap ng kapayapaan sa gitna ng gyera. Ang mangarap walang kwenta kundi mo magawang lumaya. Ang hirap maging preso, mahirap pa sa pwesto ng mahirap para naghanap ng kapayapaan sa gitna ng gyera. Ang mangarap walang kwenta kundi mo magawang lumaya. Kinabukasan ay palaisipan pero pilit sinasagot. Lahat may nais marating ang kaso pinagdadamot. Minsan ng pagkakataon kaya madalas nababagot. Libre nga mangarap pero may bayad pag inaabot. Biglang napaso sa init ng pag-ibig, kaya pumasok sa isip, tumitik sa parteng inaalipin. Kontrolado ang paligid, naging lihim ang mga tinig na sana'y naririnig. Ang bawat titik ang siyang simbolo nakaguhit sa puso, na may palasong nakatusok na inukit sa puno. Larawan ng kaligayahang labis at higit ay ilang ulit mga punit ay pilit ididikit. Di na natuto, gustong maging malaya pero sarili ginagapos. May nais na magawa pero wala namang tinatapos. Handang masaktan kayang tiisin ng latay at galos. Meron namang sagwan, bakit napiling sumabay sa agos. Ang hirap maging preso, mahirap pa sa pwesto ng mahirap para naghanap ng kapayapaan sa gitna ng gyera. Ang mangarap walang kwenta kundi mo magawang lumaya. Ang hirap maging preso, mahirap pa sa pwesto ng mahirap para naghanap ng kapayapaan sa gitna ng gyera. Ang mangarap walang kwenta kundi mo magawang lumaya. Lumaban sumugal hanggat merong pantaya. Kung sarili ang kalaban, lumaban ka pa kaya. Responsable sa bawat bagay, wag kang papaya. Tulad ng dati, hindi, halos hindi na masaya. Mga maling galaw na ipon, naglawa sa pag-apaw. Naisin mang ayusin pa, hindi na mapilit ang ayaw. Umitaw, hindi na kinaya, biglaan ng pagpanaw. Magandang umaga ay madalang na lang ang pagdalaw. Pinatikim ang tamis ng halik, pag-alis na sabik, pagbalik. Ang lahat ay nag-iba, ang pagtitiis na baliwala. Ang bilis na silaw lang ng bahagya, nakalimot na bigla. Dinagsa ng mga tanong, masahol pa sa pagbulong. Sumugot, kailangan ng kamay, ba't ayaw iabot? Di nagpatalo sa marami, pag-unaway kinulong. Naging madamot sa pag-ani, sa bungay nalulong. Ang hirap maging preso, mahirap pa sa pwesto ng mahirap para naghanap ng kapayapaan sa gitna ng gyera. Ang mangarap walang kwenta kundi mo magawang lumaya. Ang hirap maging preso, mahirap pa sa pwesto ng mahirap para naghanap ng kapayapaan sa gitna ng gyera. Ang mangarap walang kwenta kundi mo magawang lumaya. Ang hirap maging preso, mahirap pa sa pwesto ng mahirap para naghanap ng kapayapaan sa gitna ng gyera. Ang mangarap walang kwenta kundi mo magawang lumaya. Kundi mo magawang lumaya, walang kwenta ang mangarap para naghanap ng kapayapaan sa gitna ng gyera. Mahirap pa sa pwesto ng mahirap. Ang hirap maging preso ng nakaraan, preso ng alaala, preso ng kasalukuyan, preso ng paniniwala, preso ng kahinaan, preso ng problema, preso ng kamangmangan, preso ng nakaraan, preso ng alaala, preso ng kasalukuyan, preso ng paniniwala, preso ng kahinaan, preso ng problema, preso ng kamangmangan, preso.
Yeah, it's your boy F-Dub. Got my brother Negativo with me. And this right here is for inspirational. Sending out messages to the youth, you know what I'm saying? So ride with us. Life was a struggle, but I made it through the storm. Looking at another day, I'm glad that I'm strong. Wish my boy was here. It's sad that he's gone, God bless your soul, may your name live on. They say the good die young, but to me that's wrong. Life is a recycle, you die, another infant born. He or she could choose from wrong from right. Let's see what life you pick. Shooting dice, picking fights, doing right, turning negative to positive. Business into colleges, the world is an option, you gotta learn how to follow it. See, there's a lot to do, grab an idea and ride with it. Rap for me was good, share my point of view of what I've been through. Losing family and friends to this hate we call crime of what we see today. It's okay, cause tomorrow's gonna be a better day. I thank God every day, and I say.
But imagine that I can make it to the top when I was a nobody aiming to the top of this ladder. Doesn't matter. Good to see him spawn till dawn, sworn to be the greatest rapper of these times with my rhymes and right lines that combine skills nurtured by hate fueled by some haters of mine. Tries to murder your dreams and judge you like they know ya. Guess what? I'm a soldier. Sayonara, nice to know ya. Ain't no more time for play and no more time for misbehaving. Thank God I found rap that I consider as my haven. Even though this dash sees me like a walking food for lunchtime. Good thing I'm a boxer, cause I deliver punchline. Straight to the point of exclamation. Never pretended to be amazing like most rappers do, blinded by the rap situations. Cause music I abusively choose it, for I can use it as an outlet of my emotion to express when I just lose it. Been to the depths of hell with all the struggles I have been through. Salamat Lord God, because of you I made it through.
Make it true. You can make it through anything. You just need to have God with you. You just need to have God in your life. Have faith. And work hard for it. Real talk.
sumusulat. Kahit ubod ng puyat ay pilit kong minumulat ang aking mga mata. Nagbabaka sakali na aking madali masali ang ngalan sa hanay ng mga hari. Gamit ang mga talata na pamatay sa anumang agos ay hindi ako papatangay. Ako ang mayakda, iguguhit kung ano man ang magiging kalampasan nitong pagtakbo sa mahabang karera. Masyado mang maaga magsisilbi akong ilaw sa mga kahilera. Bibigkasin ko lahat ng gusto kong sabihin. Malayang tatayo, di ako papaalipin. Magpapaka makabuluhan, handa na sipiin. Malaya ang lahat sakaling butas ko'y silipin. Wala akong itatago, walang ikakatago. Tanging tapang sa puso ang siyang aking ipamabalo. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat handa nang ilabas. Ngipin sa ngipin, abo sa abo, ganyan ipaglaban ng bawat obrang binuo. Maging napakapangis sa mundo ng lirikal. Tipong di na kailangan isang palpa ang kredensyal. Matinig ang pyesa ng tulad kong makataya ng tanging gantimpalang nais kong maging pahuyang. Kaya't ubod man ang pagod kahit umuulan. Wala pang pamasahe, lalakarin ko na lang. Matarik na hagdan, tahahakbangan ko yan. Bawat chance huhulihin, di pwede palampasan. Dapat mag-atupili, ngunit huwag magmadali. Mas mabuti magbigas ng pili kaysa sa mali. Di na pwede yung sige-sige o bahala na. Kailangan tumbok bawat punto sa tuwing lumilikha. Huling suntok ko ng ngunit, ito ang simula upang makabangon at tumayo doon sa gitna. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat handa nang ilabas. Papaliyapin ko ang ninga sa sulo. Pagpapatuloy ang dagundong sa bawat pulo. Hindi ako liliko, hindi uuwing bigo. Kakamustahin lahat ng hindi nakatungo. Daang pinili ko ay sadyang napakalubak. Ngunit naopto sa daan, pinagtas ko ng apak. Ibigay pahiwatig sa ginuhit kong titik. Kung maputol ang lubid, kamay ang iyong ipanggamit. Isipin na laging sa wala nagsimula. Huwag matakot pumusta, ubusin ang panggasta. Sagadin ang pagbiglas, magtipid sa sandali. Gawin laging may puso, diskwentahin ang salapi. Baliwala ko sa pananaw ko may sumalungat. Basta sa huli alam ko may banderang inangat. Sa huling suntok na to, gusto ko madama mo. Ubusin lahat subalit di sayang ang tinta ko. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat handa nang ilabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat ilalabas. Ito ang huling suntok kong pinakamalakas. Mga tinago sa kahon, lahat handa nang ilabas. Jigsaw, Slick Fellow, Tusong Adan, High Class Entertainment, 8,000, 357 Pro. Yeah, feel the beat.
Yeah, and you guys were just listening to 4 artists from the Underground Speech
On radio.
on radio.
Yeah, so those are 4 artists who submitted their tracks to be featured here for the month of November. Sino-sino nga sila ulit? They were Shotya Cardinal, Kiao, FW Negativo with one song, of course, and Jigsaw. So we hope that y'all were listening. We purposely did not tell them. I don't think I told them. Did you tell them to tune in? I just wanted to tune in. You know, tune in and listen to your track if we play it. No, but yeah, that's featuring the underground artists that don't get a lot of radio airplay, and we're doing that for you. Of course, we play a lot of other music as well, those that are being played on other shows. But our focus right now for November is to play songs that don't get any airplay. And already, we will be right back because there is some Carrera. Don't change 15:30.
DZME Carrera
Is number 4 finest material rushing up Splash Up Class together with I Enjoy. Is Splash Up Class I Enjoy is running by around Vera Cruz. Then moving up, Hello Patrick, Appointment, Puma, finest material, Tisay Promise. In between horses is number 6, Madam Butterfly, Magdapio, Pacific Warrior, and Boss Benji. Is the early trailer. Let's tell is Splash Up Class by about 2.5 lengths. Hello Patrick, Vera Cruz. Racing in fourth, I Enjoy, finest material, Appointment, Puma. Also moving up on the outside is Splash Up Class, Appointment, Puma is on the outside third. Hello Patrick in fourth, is Splash Up Class, Appointment, Puma is on the outside third. Hello Patrick. Then by I Enjoy, Promise also moving in. Appointment takes the lead, running by the Splash Up Class. Puma in third, Promise in fourth. As they come down at the last 150 with Appointment by about 2 lengths. Puma on the outside, Promise in third. But still Appointment by about 2 lengths. Puma, Promise. Appointment, Puma, Promise is on the outside. Appointment, Puma, Promise, and finally Appointment, close. Puma, Promise, then comes finest material. 11, I Enjoy.
Carrera 15-30. Carrera 15-30. Broadcasting live from the Capital Broadcasting Center studio in Ortigas, Pasig City, Philippines. 25,000 watts of pure AM power.
25,000 watts of pure AM power.
Matapang sa pagbabalita, punong-puno ng informasyon, laging handa sa public service. Ang pagpapagong hanap mo sa AM. Ito ang DZME 15-30.
And we're back. You guys are listening to Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta with Pinoy Hiphoppaz. I'm Bebe Reese.
Of course, I'm Jug.
And it is now 7:29. This time check is brought to you by No Bad Ideas, the leaders in premium headwear. Want to stand above the rest? Visit nobadideas.com for all their latest releases in headwear and clothing.
All right.
Yeah.
I heard your New Zealand accent come out there.
Damn.
All right,
Yeah,
so 7:29. So it is time to call our second guest. She's been here with Sam kanina pa. And we did play some music chill. It is chill in the house, guys. You know? Wait, again.
What's up? Hey.
There you go. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to put your microphone on. Here we go.
It's all right.
All right, so thank you so much for being here tonight. We know that you are one of the busiest people in the industry, in the community, and you still found time to be here. But I did make it a purpose to invite you and Sam the weekend before the finals of the Battle of the Beats.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So, because, you know, it would serve a double purpose to be able to talk to you guys personally and, of course, to help promote the Battle of the Beats.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bati ka muna, bate.
What's up? I don't know, too many minds.
All right, so Chill is very busy because they are in the middle of finalizing everything. It's happening in a few days. That's the 12th of November, as what Sam was saying. So sa mga hindi na nakakakilala kay Chill, siya ay isa sa mga pioneer, female pioneer MCs ng bansa. Pag sinabi kong pioneer, ibig po sabihin niya mga naunang mga hip-hop celebrities. Female, babaeng rapper, at ang tawag nga sa kanya ang Queen of Rap dito sa Pilipinas. Sa mga nakikinig na hip-hop naman dyan, you all know who Chill is, so you know, start raising your hands up in the air right now while you're watching us over here at Ustream.
Hey, Chill,
yeah, we got
party
Chill.
over here.
All right, so I have that song actually. Yeah, Chill. I wanted to play that.
Oh, let's do something else.
As an introduction. So, okay, we're not gonna play that, but I'm gonna say it quickly. That's that song that came out back in 1997, right?
Yeah.
That album with the blue and white album, back in cassette. All right, it's called Yo Chill. There's a party going on. Yeah, is that
Lumabas din yan ng CD, no?
May CD na rin syempre back in those days. Come on, we're not that. We're pretty young. All right, so Chill is has been a very instrumental celebrity or person in the hip hop scene here in the Philippines. She started out, of course, as on her own doing other things, and then a rapper, a producer, put out her own solo albums under Sony, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I actually had a label called Illicit
Yes,
Records.
yes.
And that was distribution under Sony Music. The thing about, do you want me to hold this?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay,
They said mahina
so
daw.
I should put it into my face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ngayon naman, there.
Well, back in the day, it was a little harder to have a distribution deal.
Yes.
Under labels, and I was lucky enough to be under Sony, but it wasn't actually as easy as people thought it was.
Yes.
Careers don't happen overnight, definitely don't.
Yep.
I did try several things to try to become a recording artist, but I didn't get a lot of attention in the beginning, and and it doesn't have anything to do about how you look or how good you are. It's really about what the market needs at the time.
Yes, I agree.
And at the time, they were looking towards like master plan kind of groups.
Yes.
Yours, Forest Flavor,
Yeah.
and so they were looking for more groups and solo acts at the time.
Yes.
And what I thought of doing was go ahead and fill the need.
Yes.
And so I started producing albums for groups, artists that they were looking for.
Yes.
And along the way, I started promoting myself, of course.
Yes, of
you know. And before you knew it, I started getting a little bit of attention from record labels. And the opposite happened, from ignoring me to all of a sudden they wanted to sign me.
Yes.
And now then I just had all the choices that I could choose from.
Yes.
So it really takes a lot of work and a lot of patience. You just don't grab the first opportunity that comes to you, because you really have to wait for the right kind of timing. A lot of people say that, why are you here in the Philippines for the past, I don't know, we've been here for 5 years now, and I haven't released any music.
Yeah.
It's simply because there has to be proper planning.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't release a song, put it on Facebook and hope that you get enough likes.
Yeah.
You know, you don't release a song and a music video and think that it's going to go viral, because there's really no such thing as that. There's really a lot of work to do with it.
Yes.
I have a marketing mind.
Yes.
Went to college for it, and everything I do surrounds myself with that.
Yes.
You look at yourself like a product.
Yes.
You have a product, and if you don't have your market see the product, then no one's gonna buy it because they don't know you exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and the question a while ago, which was about oversaturation with producers.
Yes.
Same thing for artists. It's prevalent. There's too many, and so the great ones are overshadowed. And then a lot of great artists are saying, "Oh my gosh, I don't have the opportunity to be able to show how good I am because there's just too many artists out there."
So this is something, it's safe to say now that the quantity is now overshadowing the quality here. Is that what you're
Yeah, well, it's true. And of course, the gimmicks and all that stuff, unfortunately, that's a very smart marketing move. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a good product, no one's going to stay with you in the long run. So you gotta always think about those kind of things, and that's why I haven't released my music yet. It's about timing as well, and feeling out the industry. Right now, the industry is a little lost for hip hop.
Yes.
And so you gotta wait for it to just bust out. Like everything right now is in a circle. It went to hip hop, to rock, to EDM, and now it's coming back to hip hop again. So soon enough we'll have our time.
Yes. I agree.
Nicely said.
So Chill is not feeling well tonight, but she still came in, to be part of our show here.
So busy.
Yeah, well,
Excuse me.
Ganun talaga. People who do great things or are trying to do great things to help people out are always busy.
The thing is that I've concerned myself with every opportunity there is to be able to help people. And when I get the chance to be able to do so, I've just overwhelmed myself with so much of that I can't even focus on myself.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate, but then there's a bigger picture, and with everything that I do, I always think about how I'm going to be able to contribute to society. We are, as humans, need to progress. That's just the nature of human beings, right? So in my own way, as a human, to be able to contribute to the next generation of, artists, or even not even artists. I mean, people don't know this about me, but I'm behind the scenes on many, many things. I have an event company. I actually support EDM artists as well, DJs. I'm a director for a lot of events. I support rock bands for the Jack Daniels events. I'm also back in the day a producer, and because I have that foundation as well, Battle the Beats is one of those things I support, and behind the scenes, all these things will help the Filipino music industry to support it, to bring it back up again. And I think that in a way it also helps me, because then when I come out, I have in some way contributed to my own career, because there's something there. The market is non-existent. Well, find and create one. So that is what we're doing here,
And it's great because you realize that, Sam knows that, and a lot of other busy artists who are artists but have decided to pull back a little bit and focus on contributing instead, to make, we're trying to make a recipe here for the Philippines, right? And we all contribute to that. And that day will come, like you said, kanina. Now we will all be ready, and a lot of the other people will be ready to eat that food that we're cooking up for everybody.
Exactly. So right now we're in training mode. For the upcoming generation of artists, whether it's producers, and actually, in addition to that, I'm also a part of a partner company that creates video games.
Wow.
We actually are creating a game called Antrea, which is the very first Filipino-created MMORPG game.
Okay.
So, that's another support in artists. Another way that we support artists as well is we have something called Top Cat Booking. The very first ever placement for Filipino artists was made by Sam Rhansum in the U.S. I'm not sure, but I believe that they're the first Filipinos to actually have a music placement on MTV, A&E, and possibly major film.
Yes, that's good.
So these are all things that we work on constantly, and again, hopefully I'll be able to release my music soon.
No,
But
not
planning.
Not hopefully, Chill, it'll happen. Those of us who have heard your songs, or some of your songs, or most of them, we know what it sounds like, and it should be heard. And if you decide to change it a little bit to make it more current at the time, you decide to release it, it's your decision, of course, and Sam's. But we do know, right, Chris? Right? Na kailangan marinig ng, it's part of the recipe, Chill. Do you understand that? Kailangan yon. You're doing all these things to support the artist. It is essential, in my opinion. This is my opinion. It is essential that people should hear your music. You have been here for 5 years. You have been doing other things that are very significant and profound. It's part of it. I don't know what else to say. Kailangan.
Well, in that sense, it's a little cocky with what I'm about to say.
I want to hear.
All right.
That's another way of contributing to me.
Oh,
the quality level of an artist only gets higher when other people, present themselves with that quality level.
Yes,
so it can't go down. It has to go up. Now, if you go lower, then what are you doing? So of course I eventually want to do that because that's in my way also as an artist. Not everybody can do what I do, which is have be able to support so many things. And it takes a lot out of your time, and like right now I'm sick because I'm constantly hustling 24/7. But in my own way as an artist, all artists out there have to think first about the way that their music influences others, in a positive or negative way. Now, okay, fine, hip-hop got this songs, got sexy songs, got explicit lyrics and all this, but what does it mean at the end, right? Mine is focused on female, strength and just overcoming things and that kind of thing. And I just happen to have my own way of doing it. Which a lot of people misinterpret it for other things. But whatever. I can't please everybody, and you shouldn't.
You do you.
Oh,
and there's a question here from Don Quit. He said, what can you say about the internet as a means for marketing?
Like I said before, you just can't rely on hoping that when you post a music video on MTV or internet, on YouTube, that'll go viral. Oh, you hope for it, but that's not enough. You need a network. You need a network, and for what you're doing, for example, you've been supporting the scene for how many years? 10 years already?
14.
Yeah, well so that in itself has its own followers, and when you do things and you add on people that support your group, you want them to get involved in pushing, pushing your, I don't know how Aldub did it, but something in there is telling you that there's some kind of support system, and you can't rely on just that. There has to be a solid plan. Like back in the day, even there had to be a solid marketing plan as well. Our labels designed that for us. Unfortunately, today we have to do it ourselves. So it's like double work for us.
We are independent, but we have to do it ourselves.
It does take a lot out of us.
We have the tools right there, but we got to do it ourselves.
The wonderful part about the internet is that it's there for everybody, and you don't have to wait for a label to help you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I was about to say quickly, it's right there. It's easier to get in touch with the people that you want to get in touch with, whether they be in position of power, position of influence. Whereas during our day, if we wanted the labels to listen to our music, we would have to go to the station, wait for them, whatever time they decide to come out and talk to us without any assurances. And I was just about to say quickly, as we always encourage the underground artists and newcomers or new artists or aspiring artists to send us their music, to send it in MP3 format, right? But instead, right?
Or the YouTube link.
They send it
where we can't play it.
Guys, nung panahon namin, hindi namin pwedeng gawin yung ginagawa nyo na you're right there using your phone or your laptop or your desktop. All you have to do is type a little bit, create an email, attach your music, send it through. You're already on our friends list, right? It's so easy. You're already talking to the people who can actually help you out. Kami noon, panahon namin, hindi ganon. Ang tagal, it would take us forever. Like, I remember going to my label already, trying to go in and put in a new project for one of my artists, and I had to wait for 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, actually, I went to probably 5 labels and did the same thing.
See?
And I
There
had
you
to
go.
wait in line because there's like maybe about 200, 300 demos in front of me.
Yep.
You know, and it may have been a little bit easier for me to get my demo in there because I was already an actress.
Yeah. Yep.
And so they said, okay, she's an actress, maybe we can, you know, kind of prioritize her. But even after then, they still trying to analyze what the uso was at the time. And so they just followed the uso. And unfortunately, whatever the uso is, that's what wins.
The grupo, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, yeah. All right, on that note, Shell, hold on a minute. There's somebody who texted, says, hataw ang Jambongga lupit. His name is Willie from General Trias, Cavite.
I got another one here. He's tuned in right now from New Zealand. Si Yanni, he said,
Hey,
just quote on
Yanni.
his status, if you're not tuned in to Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta, Pinoy Hiphoppaz, you're missing out big time.
Thank you so much, Shani. Yeah, it's a very good episode. So much to learn from. That's
Yeah.
that is our goal, our mission. All right, Jill, we want to play one of your songs. It is 46 minutes past 7 o'clock. We have a few minutes left. What is the song about, quickly?
Oh my God.
It's called Baby.
It's called Baby. It's pretty much, you know, a female just being her confident self.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is my way of being able to influence females and other artists out there. It's just
Yeah.
about confidence. You know, the confidence has to push through to out of your song. And if, as an artist, if you are able to express that without people seeing you, no music video whatsoever, I mean, basically, I hate to say it like this. It's really a sexual song.
All right, well,
I was trying to skirt around it, but I can't do it.
All right. It is a sensual song.
Yeah, it's a sexual.
It's expressive.
Yeah, it basically means I am everything that you want and need.
That's
you
fine.
know, basically.
That's fine. Women, you know, we have to be sexy, right? So this.
But
guys, so
sexiness.
do men.
Well, sexiness is in the mind, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yes, it's in the mind. I mean, when a woman is intellectual, that's where it really is at, and that's
Yes.
why when I do it lyrically, that's pretty much what I mean.
Yes,
You know, it's
exactly.
not about physicalness or
It's your
no.
inner being.
I am
Yes,
such a
yes.
sponge
The
right now.
physical
I'm
look.
loving this.
All right.
Take it.
All right. So, guys, so kaya alas, we are going to be playing a song by Chill. It's never been played on radio, or has it? It
Oh,
has
yay.
never been played on radio. Eto, wag kayong aalis. Listen to this song by Chill from her upcoming album to be released sometime in the near future. Produced by Sam Rhansum, guys. Baby.
It's your girl, Chill. Baby, Sam Ransom on the track. Baby, baby, baby. Now if you really want it, I can be your baby. Gotta push up on it, I can be your baby. You go, let's push up on it, I can be your baby. So if you want it, I'm on it, I'll be your baby. I tell you once, never twice. Play, I hope you listen. Do what you do, do it right. I'll be what you've been missing. Too many tripping, slipping up the positions. You need a fixin', I got your prescription. Giving it like you ain't never had it before. What you've been looking for, I'll be all that and more. Baby, I know you know. You gon' see how it go. I'll be the brightest diamond shining, gotta treat it so. Now if you really want it, I can be your baby. Gotta push up on it, I can be your baby. You go, let's push up on it, I can be your baby. So if you want it, I'm on it, I'll be your baby. All this stuff, all is chrome. Dollars don't keep us calm. What you've been sloping and hoping for, you know I got it. Flawless, forget all this, but you keep charming. You got a man if you stand up, if you gon' have me falling. I got you rolling, so why you stalling? Hoping and wishing for something that you've been wanting. And it's as easy as treating me like you know this. So if you want this, baby, let's get it started. Now if you really want it, I can be your baby. Gotta push up on it, I can be your baby. You go, let's push up on it, I can be your baby. That's what you gotta do. I'll be that late night creep each and every night. I'll be a fantasy. You gotta treat me right. I don't do down low. I don't play background. Put on the spotlight. Show 'em what you got now. Baby. Now if you really want it, I can be your baby. Gotta push up on it. I can be your baby. You go and touch up on it. I can be your baby. So if you want it, I'm on it. I'll be your baby. I can be your baby. I can be your baby. I can be your baby. I tell my man to be like, don't stop, get it, bring it home, let me hit it. All night, we can get it, red light, special with it. Baby, just say it, I'll have you feeling daily. And for the rest of your life, I'll have you going crazy. Girl of your dreams, freaking the sheets, bringing heat. Showing you things you never seen, that's what I mean. I'll give you all this loving, you know I keep it coming. I'll be your everything, you'll never need another woman. Now if you really want it, I can be your baby. Gotta push up on it, I can be your baby. You go and touch up on it, I can be your baby. So if you want it, I'm on it, I'll be your baby. I can 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 be your baby.
All right, so we are back. Oh, sorry about that. We were talking while listening to the song Baby, the first radio premiere here on Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta with
That's
Pinoy
right.
Hiphoppaz.
I actually wrote it for Baby.
Wow, there you go. Oh, tama, Baby, bebe.
Foresight there.
It's a good song, Chill. So it is part of that album, right? That you were supposed to put
Yes,
out.
it's a little dated, just a little, but we will release that sometime soon.
Yes, well, you know, soon is relative.
Yeah, could be next week.
So, all right, it is 52 minutes. We have 8 minutes left, Chill.
I want to know.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I want to know what is Chill's wish for the Philippine hip hop community.
There you go.
Okay, one is I hope for unity. Because, man, one thing that we lack, I mean, I don't know what it is, but it seems like the hip-hop scene, there's just too much hatred and too much crab mentality. I guess the crab mentality happens around the world, but with the small community that we have, we need to come together and join forces to be able to, this is just so cliche. I mean, uplift the scene, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lack that. The what was the question?
What do you wish for the Philippine hip hop?
You are answering it.
Okay, well that, and then my other wish is that I wish that people would keep up to date. Because man, the music is changing, and we have to change with it. Again, as humans, we evolve, and we need to evolve with our music. We can't be stuck in the 90s forever. Unfortunately, if you keep on doing that, then nobody's going to pay attention to you. So I hope that that's one of my hopes. And the other one is that we improve on the quality of music overall. This is the reason why we have Battle the Beats. Because we want to start with the very core and foundation of music itself, and that's the production. And from there, maybe in the future, we'll go into the art of songwriting and those kind of things, and hopefully I can't talk too much about our plans, but somewhere down the line, there are things that we want to do to be able to help improve the quality of music for Filipinos, because it's just like it seems so stagnant. It's the same old thing, you know?
I always said this, we are a talented people, but we need to be putting out quality stuff.
Yeah.
And whether our resources are limited or not, bottom line is we need to raise the bar.
Right.
So that, our music's heard worldwide.
The fourth one, there's a fourth one.
Sure.
The fourth one is I hope that artists will become more professional. Time, traffic, whatever issues that you may have, traffic is always going to be there. It's a bad excuse to say you're late. if you say that you're going to do things, if you're very, very busy, it's very much understandable. But when you commit to something, you know, you got to really follow through.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to be professional about. Something signaling?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
hello.
Bye. Okay, so yeah, we need more professionalism here.
Yes.
So basically, a great example is we've given many Filipino artists opportunities for international placements, and I'm just gonna say it. Sorry, but you know, there's a time limit to this.
Yeah.
If they tell you that we need this by, you know, a couple days. They don't mean they need it in a month.
Yeah.
You know, they mean that they need it then.
In a couple of days.
So, complaining that you don't have any opportunities when people give it to you and then you don't actually follow through with those opportunities, then that's your fault.
Yeah.
You know, so I hope that there's a little bit more professionalism in the industry, and just love and support everybody. You know, not that we should, you know, be all hugging each other and all this stuff, but. You know, at least don't hate. You know.
All right, Chill, hold that thought because at 4 minutes before 8 o'clock, there is Carrera again.
Let's go with the Carrera.
Yeah, but we will be right back. Huwag kayo nga alas, hindi pa kami tapos.
DZME Carrera.
The Rio de Janeiro, GSG of this racing in port, extravagant woman, tills and ocean, a long way back till Camotes Island. Estel Sunday, surprise by our things, gifted pulse and his roll now trying to get closer into the Rio de Janeiro extravagant woman tills and potions and Camotes Island. And it's still Sunday, surprised by about 4 lengths. G's Jewel now moving up to take second, but it's still Sunday, surprised by about 3 lengths. G's Jewel now coming closer on the outside as they come down at the last 150 with Sunday, surprise now raising away by about 6 lengths. G's Jewel in second, gifted Paul extravagant woman last 75 meters. The horse of Mr. Joseph Dihenko. Sunday, surprise. G's Jewel, gifted Paul, pills and potions. Then comes extravagant woman. Rio.
Carrera 15-30. Carrera 15-30.
All right. Oh, microphone.
Check.
There you go. Woo, this is the beauty of this show. It's just so informal. Oh my goodness. It's like satellite radio or something. Yeah, this is Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta with Pinoy Hiphoppaz. We have 3 minutes left. We are saying goodbye and thanking our guests tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Chill and Sam Rhansum, Red Alert, and of course, Battle of the Beats, and all your representations, of course, representing the elements of MCing and, of course, the production side. And you also do Top Cat
booking.
Yes, Top Cat booking, and a whole bunch of that. You know, get to know them more, guys. Yung mga hindi kilala si Chill at si Sam, just search them online. Search them online. My God, I am just like, what is the matter with my tongue right now? It's like twisting. Anyway, hanapin nyo sila sa Facebook para malaman nyo kung anong ginagawa nila. Bitin ng oras natin. We don't have enough time to keep talking to them. Unfortunately, hopefully if our show goes on for another contract for a few more months, then we will ask you back again for other stuff. But Chill, I was gonna ask you, but you did mention it already. Sabi mo, sinagot mo. We don't have enough time to talk about your experience as a female rapper in the late 90s. Ikaw lang at the time who was active and very popular, going everywhere. At the time, I was already inactive. We were done with. I was doing other things at the time. Was it fun to be the only female rapper at the time, MC?
The thing is that I wasn't the only one.
But
there was 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 others.
You were the one on the major label side.
There were others on
Was it
major.
Grounded?
There's Candy. Then there's another girl that was with Universal. I forgot. She's half Asian and black.
Yeah. She
there's
released like a song by No, wala.
Yeah, her.
Wait lang. You were the first one. They followed later.
But there's Lady Diane.
Yes. No, but they were, what I'm saying is at the time.
At the time, they were
during
my first album though. My first album. But then the second album, they came out.
Came back.
They came out. Like Candy came out
Yes,
after.
Candy. I have that album.
During my second album, she came out with an album too.
Okay.
So pretty much what happened was it developed a need, the need that I'm talking about,
There you go.
because I came out, then all of a sudden it became such a popular thing all of a sudden to have female rappers. So each label started looking for their female rapper, and that's just how it happens.
Yes, yes.
I mean, as the one person to be able to break through and make that opportunity available, it was hard for me.
Yes.
So basically, I don't know if that here it goes getting cocky, but it actually made it easier for the others to follow through.
Yes.
So once again, maybe when I release my music this year, probably there'll be
this year.
Yeah, there'll be an there'll be a need once again.
There you go.
You know, so and then all you guys, baby Rees, all of a sudden they're gonna start looking at who's available, who's the hottest right now, and by that time you're so super Hasana and everything. It's time to come out.
The time will come.
See, that's what I wanted to hear from you. That's why I asked you that question.
Okay,
but I do have your album and also Candies and the other
What's
sticker.
your? I can't see. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm
Universal,
sorry.
I'm sorry
It's nothing personal.
Yeah,
It's
I
nothing
apologize.
personal.
Yes. Okay, Baby Riz is signaling to me. It is time to say goodbye. Chill. Thank you so much.
everybody, for
Sam over
watching
here.
and listening.
You want to say hello to me?
Drake Lee from New Zealand, thanks.
Thank you so much to everybody who
Ate
tuned
Arlene,
in
happy
tonight.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Maldita Angst, and to all our listeners, to all my artists, my friends, and my family, and all those who are listening every Friday. Thank you so much. This is Red Alert over here, Chill and Sam Rhansum.
Yeah.
Next week, we're supposed to have the Philippine All-Stars, a few of them. We will be confirming that, but they have confirmed. So, all right. Jambongga sa Kinse Trenta with Pinoy Hiphoppaz. Thank you. My name is Jug.
And I'm Baby Rees.
We'll be back next Friday. Bye-bye.
Radio 1, 2, 3. Fontana Dance Showdown. Fontana Dance Showdown. Let's dance. Time to shine. Get up and get your group into the groove. Show your dancing prowess and let them know who's the best. From Luzon.